Welcome in, everybody, for some more Pokemon Unite. We are going to spectate I would say, one of the top Wigglytuff players today, but this is actually, I think, the only Wigglytuff player that showed up when I was selecting top-ranked players. And so what that means is, we might sometimes choose to spectate, let's say, a Lucario player. Well, there may be several top-ranked Lucarios, whereas I think this one, again, was the only Wigglytuff. So we can see that there's a decent team composition on this team right now that Wigglytuff is on, but lacking a defender. That's okay. Lacking a support healer, which again, both of those are okay depending on how the squad plays, right? And so anyway, we got Noah1125. I love when I can comment on the people's usernames and there's not a language barrier or anything, just so I can acknowledge them by name. I always like to do that if I can. And so we got Wiggly and Lucario, a very deadly duo lane combo there in that top lane. And then we had Bulbasaur, of course, going down with the Froakie on the bottom lane, and jungling Gible, especially after the patch that happened after the long maintenance with mobile's release for Pokemon Unite. I did see a few more people choosing to go with Gible, Garchomp, and so it'll be interesting to see that kind of make a comeback, maybe just with a few of the buffs that are there for the Garchomp. Lucario getting some very early points, and that's okay. It's kind of interesting. It's a strategy you can employ in that, hey, you're going to get some experience, you're going to get some HP when you score, and you're going to whittle down that goal just a little bit. That Lucario does go down early right now, though, but leaving Jigglypuff with the opportunity to become Wigglytuff right there, and that was sort of interesting because you saw that the battle was really between Jiggly, or Wiggly now, and Mr. Mime, but you notice that Noah, our Jigglypuff player, did see the opening and expertly did go after the Squirtle, who had much less health. Your inclination when you're kind of in those split decisions and you're battling right then and there, it might be to take on the threat that's in front of you, but no, that was perfect. The Wigglytuff went straight for the Squirtle, seeing that he could really get the KO in just one hit, and now Greninja, or Frogadier right now, on this purple squad, able to take down some players, get the KOs. Looking good for purple very early on right here, and they have already taken this top lane down very far, so that goal getting a little bit weakened early on, I would say. This is very early for the match to be able to do this, and so Wigglytuff, just a crazy character even after some nerfs, even after the patch. We can see that it hasn't stood too much in the way of Wigglytuff, at least yet. People haven't exploited any weaknesses with Wiggly, so what I was going to say ultimately is just that it is a crazy character that sometimes when you think it should run, can actually withstand and can keep on fighting. And so anyway, I do want to ask for people to just go a little bit easy on me with my voice today. Maybe you notice a difference, maybe you don't, but I've recently been having something going on with the sinuses. It really sucks because it's just basically where I speak. It's out of the sinus, it's kind of affecting my voice, just sort of hurts a little bit. Not COVID-19, don't worry. Woo7, or W007, that's our Lucario player trying to get the jump on the Wartortle. The Wartortle was able to sort of escape right there, but seeing strength in numbers, going to go with the rest of its squad, but no, going to get caught in our Wigglytuff players Sing attack, and then of course Ivysaur going to get that KO right there. And so we've got an all-out squad fight right here. Maybe not the entire squad on squad, but it's mostly so, and Wigglytuff going to pull off that Sing again, with Ivysaur going to be able to get Razor Leaf, going to be able to get those KOs, and I'm sure if you're Wiggly, you ain't even mad. I mean, just get that Sing off, and if your teammates can do it, then it provides you a great opportunity, especially here on the bottom lane with that Dreadnought, only about 3 seconds away from spawn. Look at this, Lucario gonna go absolutely nuts, rushing, 3-on-1 right here, essentially, because the rest of the purple squad did back up, they kind of regrouped. It was okay, that was okay to do. It's just Lucario sort of being a bit ballsy and going right in there. Balls to the walls, we should say, right? And so anyway, now we've got a level 8 Gabite player right here as the squads go in, trying to get the jump on each other for that Dreadnought, but look at this, purple squad did a really good job. So left side team, as it says, is going to get that shield, is going to get the experience points that comes with Dreadnought, and Wartortle in trouble, able to escape with that rapid spin. Very good. Wiggly going to go top lane with the Lucario. They're now going to go for Rotom after getting that Dreadnought, but again, it was just, it was a little bit of a crazy moment, just as you noticed, a lot of the members of both squads were really targeting each other as they should, but purple did have enough to actually take down that Dreadnought while the others were picking each other off, so it's sort of interesting divvying up. Haven't gone for the Rotom yet. This is probably good, you want to clear out the players that are around you, otherwise they can snipe, they can take that Rotom, unless you think you are gonna, of course, have either enough players or quickly enough take down that Rotom before they can get there. But wow, our Wigglytuff in trouble right now, down to that last little bit of health. Talonflame looking for that KO, does get it right there on our Wiggly. Here we can see the breakdown of some of the moves right now. My main curiosity was to see what Wigglytuff had. We knew it had Sing, but it's also going to be going Dazzling Gleam. That's always interesting. It's Venusaur going to get that KO on Pikachu right here. That positions them pretty well for the Rotom right now, in that you can see a lot of these orange squad players are weak, although they are whittling down the health of this purple squad. Venusaur, wow, actually doing very good. This Mr. Mime down to the last little bit. Is it going to get that KO? It does seem to be hiding safely in the grass. Oh my god, is Venusaur actually going to do it? I think Venusaur saw them hiding in the grass. Perfect expert play right there. Or should we say masters? I was meaning expert more in a metaphorical sense, not literally in the ranking or anything. Wartortle going to go ahead and sneak on by with those points. Going to drop a 30, which is, you know, pretty massive, and also going to allow it to evolve to Blastoise. But while that was going on, of course, the purple squad did get the Rotom. You have to wonder if the trade-off is there, you know, and it was probably the right move. It's just you can always sort of second-guess yourself and say, should I have been helping out with the Rotom? You know, could we have gotten it maybe? I think it is important to score too, you know, so it's just really you're sort of damned if you do, damned if you don't. But also, they did get the points for Orange Squad, and Orange Squad desperately is going to need these points right now, as Mr. Mime and Absol really had to take a lot of time to stop that Rotom. It does give Absol the chance to drop an XL, it looks like, over there. No, it's not going to, is it? We noticed it was hitting some wilds, maybe just to get the experience points. What was even crazier, though, and we should mention, of course, is that Orange Squad was able to, with that Talonflame, who was KO'd right now by our Wigglytuff, they were able to take out that Dreadnought. They absolutely got that snipe right from under the noses of the Purple Squad. And so, here we go. It looks like Blastoise tried to make some moves, getting a little bit too far into purple territory. Gonna get absolutely destroyed by our Wigglytuff Pro right here, man. Noah 1125, excellent play. And so Venusaur gonna get some KOs on Mr. Mime, who is gonna trade that off. So it's just an eye for an eye. And Wiggly actually able to clear out a lot of these wild Pokemon with the Combee and Vespiquen, and then gonna get snuck up on with the Talonflame. Can it escape with Sing? A wonderful move that does allow you to move faster, of course, but also the very basics of Sing are that you're gonna put the enemy to sleep if they are around it long enough, and that Talonflame is going to be the victor at the end of there. Very, very close, though. That Wigglytuff almost made it. I almost gotta say, we came here for the Wigglytuff. I'm also here for this Venusaur player. Been doing some really interesting moves, and wow, that Talonflame just gonna get completely caught off guard as that Lucario was there, ready, I would say, to take advantage of all those fights and get that KO. Good synergy so far with the Purple Squad when it comes to moments like that, but when they're playing individually like this, Orange, or at least the Talonflame, as we've seen by example, that Talonflame is able to devastate with some of these KOs. As I was saying before, though, this Venusaur is impressing me as somebody who has played a lot of Venusaur, but I'm very sad to admit, and I'll admit it, you know what I mean? My pride is not too high. I'm more of a Blastoise Gardevoir, like Ultra Masters, kind of teetering on those ranks. I can just, I have not figured out the code for Venusaur, you know what I mean? Wow, there are KO points everywhere right here. And again, Noah being, trying at least to be picked off right now with that Talonflame, narrowly also avoiding Mr. Mime at this moment, going to do that same thing. Some people note, of course, the definition of insanity, doing that same thing multiple times, expecting a different outcome. The only thing is, sometimes in Pokemon Unite, you can do that kind of same thing and get a different outcome. And so that's the interesting thing. You can be a little bit insane in Pokemon Unite, as Garchomp right now is looking to drop in a 50, gonna get dropped on with the Super Jump by that Talonflame character, who has gotten a lot of KOs on our Pro Wigglytuff right now. And as we see here on screen in the center, Talonflame also going to KO that Garchomp, which is very bad for that player. It was ready to drop in that 50, and so obviously gonna lose a major source of points right there. But I guess the point about insanity earlier was just that Wigglytuff, you know, it could have escaped. It was just, it tried that same sort of escape to get on that goal, try to get a little bit more HP from that goal and speed, and that Talonflame still able to get that final drop on the Wigglytuff player. And so it looks like Zapdos, of course, on the map. Purple is surrounding it right now. They're not ahead by a lot, and especially if this Mr. Mime is going to drop this 50, which it is, ladies and gentlemen, that's actually going to put Orange Squad now up ahead of Purple. But as you see, wow, that was definitely needed, you guys. Purple Squad going to get that KO on the Zapdos right there, and so they can all just start dropping. Wigglytuff going to go ahead and drop in that 34, which of course is 68 here late game. In those last few minutes, they are going to double the points, but wow, Talonflame now getting 100. There are points being dropped all over the place. This could be anybody's match, but a little bit more, I would say, siding for Purple. But as you see now, Pikachu over there heading towards that last goal of the Purple Squad. That's Orange Pikachu, as I should say, at least. That's going to be tough to get. Of course, that Greninja does go by and lets the Pikachu get it. What? They were trying to stop the Talonflame, but I don't know about that, man. That Pikachu going to drop a 92. That's very, very good for Orange. But I think Purple, I mean, now that we can see it, like, it's very interesting of us being spectators, but we can see the points. You know, if you were actually playing this game, you would do exactly what this Wigglytuff is doing. Very good. So they actually got 7 right there. They just had a little bit of wild Pokemon, not even caring about this Blastoise, it seems. I mean, gonna sing it off, shrug it off, right, you know? And just getting those little points because it could go down to just that. Now, this Lucario, if it's gonna land this 50, that's gonna be all she wrote, folks. Wow, actually not able to. Did they even have a score shield? I don't think so for that Blastoise to just stop them like that. That's incredible, ladies and gentlemen. And so, again, what I was gonna say about that Wigglytuff player was it could come down to just those few little points. Lucario making mincemeat of that Blastoise. Turtle soup tonight, ladies and gentlemen, because look at this. Gonna drop in that 50, which is obviously a 100 this late in the game, and we are literally in the countdown, and I think that's gonna be all she wrote, folks, because wow, that last 50 pretty much nailed it. We should say again, that last hundo that Lucario dropped. Look at this, that breakdown of points, especially at the end there. Just incredible, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations to Noah1125, our Wigglytuff, and that Purple Squad for bringing home the victory. And to our viewing audience out there, please feel free to check out another one, and thanks for viewing.